be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the... zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Third and long here for Mariota. Forced out to his left. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start. Yeah,
I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Darnold from the gun. Out right here to Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold, and the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. New York set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Anunwa, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a third one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Man, I got you, man, I got you.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mariota now. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the
A 1st down throw for Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Eluding the pressure right. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing is Mariota, and that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there, and the Titans are able to strike for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 10. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception looks nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike outside. 5. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Motion, I got one. Red 80.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. To throw Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota on first down. Steps up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mariota. Here as he's taken down. Henry Anderson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Darnold from the gun. Out right here to Herndon. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Right there, 54. 54, Mike.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's that? Check right. Watching your five. I got one.
Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the big
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Wake picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their route.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Henry Anderson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. Take it at the 37. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
We own them. Yo, lady.
On second down, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. And Adam Gase having a belief in his guys. They're going for it. And here we go on fourth. Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Mariota. Flush to his right. He may try and run for... It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, well, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Take it. Red 80. Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, high 7. Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Lewis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And that will come the offense as they take over. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 38. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Now Lewis here on first down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Mariota, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go.
Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give him that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnold now to throw. Being chased out left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the